What's up, everybody? It's your boy. I'm back in my garage, aka the driveway, and I got something going on. So many times I said before how many miles I got on this thing. I haven't had to need one of these, but I'm going to install one just because trying to prevent a problem that may be coming. It may never have a problem. I don't know. I don't try to predict the future, but I'm going to try to set myself up so that if it does, I've already got it covered. Now, what I'm going to install is a sector shaft brace, and I'm going to show you some of the tools that can help you out and make your life a little bit easier. So here's what we got. Sector shaft brace. Now, it may look different than the rest of them because Metalcloak is different. It's designed to go to just the steering box, unlike the other brands that go to the steering box on the outside where the 4 bolts mounted up to the frame and to the shaft where the pitman nut goes. This just goes to the pitman nut. Now, they have a separate component for the outside of the box where it mounts to where the track bar goes. Now, when you get this kit, they give you everything you need. Collar, nut for your pitman arm, bolt, because you have nut certs that you're going to have to install. Because yes, you're going to have to drill into the cross member. 2 holes, don't sweat it. Now, doing this job should take no more than a little over an hour for someone that doesn't even really work on cars like that. For an expert, it'll probably take a lot shorter than that. So like always, what I like to do is I like to show you things that'll make your life a little bit easier when you're working on your vehicles. So check it out. If you ain't got one already, get you a torque wrench. You can get a couple of them. Get the one that's either 3/8 or 1/4 inch. I would get 3/8. That way it has a 1/4 inch adapter for the small stuff, and get you a 1/2 inch for the big stuff. Oh, a couple other things. They do have Rivnuts here. So if you don't have a Rivnut tool, get you one. And just so you know, the Rivnut is 1/2 inch by 13. So if you get one, make sure you got the 1/2 inch by 13 die for it. If not, buy it separate. Do what you gotta do, but that's it. In the directions, it'll show you have to go up to 11/16 hole. Here's 11/16 bit. I also have the step up drill bits. That way I can start out small because it's gonna be hard trying to start out with this hole. So I can start out small and then open it up with this one to 11/16, or I can open up one of the step up drill bits. And this bad boy is hard to find. Best thing you do is just order one off Amazon. I got a couple of them. It's a 42 millimeters for the spindle nut for the pitman arm. There you go. Have your center punch to make your life easier so you can have something to start that hole with. And me, I'm gonna take that driver's side wheel off. The way the kit's designed, you don't have to take it off, but it's gonna make life a little bit easier for me because I can have access to get to over there without all the other stuff, without having to work around the wheel. Let's get started. I don't want to be out here too long. Good thing this is the job that doesn't take that long, so let's get to it. Now, the first thing we got to do is get this pitman arm nut off. Now, I got this thing torqued down to 184 foot-pounds, and I put Loctite on it because you're supposed to, so I'm going to have to put some muscle into it to get it off, so let's get it off. 42 millimeter. Now let me tell y'all something I just did that shouldn't have happened. Really, you're not supposed to use your torque wrench as a ratchet. I used the torque wrench for a reason because I wanted to see something. And it worked out just like I figured, which is not good. So I put the 42 millimeter nut on there. Now I still got the torque wrench set to 99 foot-pounds. And I was able to take this nut off with 99 foot-pounds. That shouldn't have happened because I torqued it down to 184 foot-pounds. Now granted, it's also been since I made that video last, almost 2 years since I torqued it. So give it time. And I did put red Loctite on it. I don't know whether you can see it, but if you notice, there's no Loctite in there at all. So I don't know whether it wore down or what happened, but there's none in there, and I do specifically remember putting it on there. So when we put it back to 184 foot-pounds, the Loctite will be back on there, and run it again. But it'll be the other nut that goes to the brace itself. So let's put it on. Now what you want to do is, the way it's going to sit, it's going to sit where it's kind of hard to see on the camera. I apologize for that, trying to make it easy as possible. This is where it's going to sit over the pitman arm, and it's going to bolt into the cross member where we have to drill holes. But what I need to do is put the nut in there, and I'm not going to torque it down, but I'm just going to tighten it up enough to where I can mark the holes. So put it in there. I'm just going to tighten it up where it sits up against the cross member. Alright, so this is how it's going to look. Alright, so this is how it looks with the rib nut in there. And here's the bolt that goes up in there with the Allen head. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to take the pitman arm nut off, put some red Loctite on the threads, and then I'm going to bring the shaft bracket back around. I'm going to put it right here, loosely tighten it to keep that in place. Tighten it up to 184 foot-pounds. Then I'm going to tighten these up to 57 foot-pounds. And that's that, ladies and gentlemen. So hold on tight. Alright everybody, so that's it. That's the install of the Metalcloak sector shaft brace. As you can see, this is how it looks with everything all torqued down. The pitman shaft nut, the two bolts that go to the cross member. It looks like it's supposed to look, all ready to go. We're gonna test this thing out and see how it goes. It's easy. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're an expert, you probably can get this thing done in no time. But even for a novice, somebody that's new and just getting your hands dirty, you can still probably finish this thing in a little over an hour. So make sure you got all the tools, everything set out, ready to go, so that you don't have to make any extra runs to the auto parts house. You can like and subscribe if you want to. It's not a requirement. You don't have to. I just hope that you got something out of the video that could help you if you choose to do this project, or if you choose to take on a project that's similar to this one. But I will ask you to spread the word, just in case somebody out there is taking on a project similar to this one, and maybe the video can help them out as well. That's it, y'all. I gotta get out of here. Got other stuff to do. Y'all stay safe, have fun. Don't forget to smile and go out and change your life. Well, wait, change somebody else's life too. Peace out, y'all.